Hey there guys, James Wilson here and welcome once again to Who Addicts Reviews. Now today I'm going to be continuing my Doctor Who character reviews. I've been trying to do this character review for quite some time and it's not down to technical difficulties or that I've not had time or anything, and none of that has been an issue. It's just the fact that I've never known how to phrase how I feel about this character until now. So sit back guys as I talk about Michelle Gomez's performance as the Master. Let's see if I say something nice. Now then guys, I will be doing a brief description of the Master's history throughout Doctor Who, but I just want to clarify to all of you that I will be doing a majority of this video on Michelle Gomez's performance as Missy. Now, the Doctor and the Master, as we all know, were both best friends back on Gallifrey. It is still unknown as to the full extent of their friendship and what exactly went wrong with it, but to the best of my knowledge, they kind of both had the same idea, really, except they kind of had different outcomes and prospects of what they wanted to do with the universe. The Doctor wanted to see the universe in all its beauty and wonder. The Master ran off with the TARDIS, same thing as the Doctor, but he kind of wanted to control the universe and hypnotise it under his grasp. So yeah, they kind of had different prospects of how they wanted to deal with their lives, which is kind of the same as real life, really. I'm not saying that your best friend wants to control the universe. If your best friend does, then please do express it in the comment section, and I would suggest that you get him committed to the local mental hospital if you do have one near you. But yeah, we all kind of have that best friend that kind of runs off and does their own thing, and you kind of lose contact with them, or you fight with them to some extent. Not to the extent that the Doctor and the Master have, but still to some brief sort of undertone. It does have a sort of relatable sort of way to it. But the Master's very first appearance in Doctor Who was back in the 70s with Jon Pertwee's third Doctor. Jon Pertwee's second season, it was Terror of the Autons, and it was I've got that story. It's an absolutely brilliant story, and it's Roger Delgado brilliantly plays it throughout the third Doctor's run as the Master, and he is just absolutely amazing in that role. I mean, besides John Sim, Roger Delgado steals the role like he is just perfection in that role. He is just brilliant. He just pulls it off completely. But moving on to Missy, played by Michelle Gomez. Now, when I first found out that she was the Master, one of my thought was, when I finally got around to the idea of Michelle Gomez turning out to be the Master, the next thing that came into my mind was, how the hell didn't we know about this sooner? Because I mean, the scene where she reveals that she's the Master is filmed outside. The Doctor Who can never keep anything under wraps. How the hell did Doctor Who keep this under wraps? I mean, all it took was just one guy with a video camera to just lip read what she was saying and work that out and spread it out across the internet. But somehow, some way, they kept it secret. I don't know how they did that. Now, just to clarify, I do like Michelle Gomez's performance as Missy. In Death in Heaven, anyway. In Dark Water, not so much. Because I don't know why, but for some reason, in fact, forget what I just said. Death in Heaven as well, because now that I think about it, the same problems with Missy in Dark Water also apply to her in Death in Heaven as well. So forget what I said there. But I just don't see the point in making Michelle Gomez the Master. I don't see what has benefited the story at all in her being the Master, other than to make a slight change. I mean, Stephen Moffat must have thought, right, okay, no one's really going to accept anyone but John Sim as the Master, so let's make the Master a woman. You know, I don't know what his expectations were of Missy. We all know that she's coming back in season 9, so who knows? I may like Missy better if I got to know her in more episodes, because before Dark Water we only saw her at the end of episodes and in small episode cameos, so who knows? I may actually like her a bit more as series 9 goes on. But as it stands right now, I really don't see what has benefited in her being Missy. She might as well have been the Rani. I really don't get why. I mean, you were better off making her the Rani, because the Rani hasn't been in Doctor Who before. So, well, she's not been in modern Who, I mean. And I think it would have had a lot more shock factor to the audience, and they would have been able to get to know a whole new Time Lord. And I think it would have really benefited the story a lot more to get to know a character rather than just letting a character stop dead right there. Because I didn't see in any way how she was the Master. I didn't see any resemblance to other Masters in her performance whatsoever. I mean, yeah, fair enough, make a character different and stuff like that, but that's the thing. Peter Capaldi has made it completely different. And I mean that in the way that he has made it completely different from the two Doctors that came before him. But the Peter Capaldi as the Doctor in general, he still very much resembles the Doctor, the man that we all know and love, who we've gotten to know over the last 51 years. And Peter Capaldi has grasped hold of that idea, and he still makes it refreshing and different while also making it the same man that we know. With Missy, I'm not feeling that whatsoever. I feel like Stephen Moffat just wanted to make her completely different and just forget the fact that the Master was a male before that. I think it wasn't even mentioned, it wasn't even remotely hinted at all. You know, I don't really understand why she was the Master. She might as well have just been the Rani. Or hell, make it a completely different Time Lord entirely. Write a whole new character. You know, and the one other thing that kind of bugs me is that she is the typical Moffat female. Pardon me. She is the typical Moffat girl. This is the reason why I do not want a female Doctor. Because if Moffat is writing a female Master like that, then, my God, I do not want there to be a female Doctor at all, if this is how it's going to end up. If this is the format for a female Doctor, then I do not want it to happen. Because I don't know, there's just something about Missy that just really, really bugs me. But it's not just that. I mean, there are good things as well that I like about Missy. I like how merciless she is. I like how insane she can be with the character, and I really, really like that. And to some extent, now that I think about it, that is kind of very Master-esque. But at the same time, the Rani could be like that. I mean, you know, I just didn't see the point in her being the Master. Anyway, but I loved how she killed Osgood. That was a very hard blow to me for her to have killed Osgood like that, and the fact that Osgood was a very likeable character and I really wanted to see more of her, and her life was just so cut very short, I think that is just really good. That sort of upped Missy's sort of insanity, I think, and the fact that she just turned her into dust, didn't even hesitate, and just crushed her glasses into the ground, and it was just, and the fact that she was dancing while doing it, it's like she was dancing about it and going, I just killed someone, you know, that seemed very insane to me, and that seemed very, very brilliant, I think, but yeah, there are good things that I do like about Missy, and like I said, who knows, I may actually, if I get to know her character a bit more, because we've only really seen her in the season finale of season 8, so I don't know, maybe I may change my mind, but as it stands right now, this is my opinion on Missy. My conclusion on Missy is that I don't really see the point in her being in Michelle Gomez playing the Master. It didn't affect the story. I didn't feel any sort of connection to previous Masters at all that made me feel like she even was that character. And for all I know, she couldn't have been that character. She could have just posed as the Master, and that could have been the Rani all along. But I do wish it was the Rani. I think it would have been a lot better to get to know and get to know an old character for the first time in a modern audience, rather than, you know, just bringing back an old character just to make it exciting for the audience, you know. And it didn't excite me at all. It just feels like Moffat made the Master a female to give it that shock factor. So yeah, as a conclusion, yes, I do think it would have been a lot better if she was the Master, because it wouldn't have made a difference anyway. Sorry, it would have been a lot better if she was the Rani. I just don't think it would have made a difference. But at the same time, I think Michelle Gomez has brought a very insane and very merciless part to the role, and I'm looking forward to getting to know her more. I rate Missy a 6 out of 10. So then guys, I hope you enjoyed the not so nice things that I said about Michelle Gomez's performance as Missy / the Master. If you did or did not, I would love to hear it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys think about Missy. And also, please like this video, subscribe to Who Addicts Reviews for more great videos over the next couple of days. And also, please subscribe to the other channel that I do with Matthew and 8 other Whovians. It's called Hermits United, so subscribe to that channel as well. And also visit the link that is below the screen there to visit our website to keep up to date with everything that's happening in the universe of Who Addicts Reviews. So then guys, I will catch you next time.